5 of the best self-help books I think that you should read in 2024. Let's go.
Y'all ready for this?
Starting off with number 5 is an obvious choice. It's Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is a great book to start with because it's basically the fundamentals of self-improvement. Your habits, whether bad or good, they make up your day. One of the best takeaways that I got from this book was the 2-minute rule, implying that every new habit should take 2 minutes just to get the momentum going, and then after that, you're into the new habit. For example, tying your shoes for a run or putting your laundry in the washing machine. 2 minutes, you're ready to go.
Gotta get rid of this.
Tell me why.
And those may not be the best examples, but that's why I'm recommending the book. Get the book. Now, mind you, these are my recommendations and I believe that they're the best, but if you guys feel like that there's better self-improvement books to read for this year, I'd love to hear about them because I'm all about reading books. Technically, I don't necessarily read. I like Audible, I like Spotify, and I also like, because I pay for YouTube Premium, I like to put that on, and then I just put on headphones. I like to listen to books instead of listening to music all the time, because I know all the songs. And so that's one of my 2-minute habits that I started. All right, so number 4. Number 4 is Charisma Myth by Olivia Fox Cabane. Hopefully I said that correctly. And she cracks the myth that people are born with charisma. That is actually not the case, according to Olivia. She not only goes into all the different ways of being charismatic and examples of people who are charismatic and how they are charismatic, but she also goes into, with great power comes great responsibility.
Zip it, Stanley!
How to react to the reaction of your charisma, if that makes sense. Again, read the book. This is one that I read like probably, I'm on my 3rd round of it. Even just reading the book gives you confidence. One of my favorite takeaways from this book was the walk like a gorilla story. When you read the book, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's basically about owning your presence and not floating around like water. Making your presence a statement. Making eye contact with everybody in the room. Gaining respect. And number 3 is Yourself by Gary John Bishop.
You had best yourself or I will unscrew your head and down your neck.
I really like this one because it was about the inner voice and the way that you speak to yourself and recognizing that the hole you're in is your fault. And my favorite takeaway was the fact that we are all wired to win. And the example in the book was basically about how you can have all the dishes dirty in your house and not clean them. But you'll find like the mixing bowl and the big spoon, and you'll pour your cereal and be proud of yourself because you found a way around doing the dishes. And in that aspect, as a loser, you're fucking winning. And number 2 was a really big eye-opener for me. It was The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. That one basically flipped the script on how I thought of my paycheck, how I thought of my rent, how I thought of all my bills. I think the greatest quote that I got out of this book was, money's greatest intrinsic value, and this cannot be overstated, is its ability to give you control over your time. That one hit me. And I think about that constantly. And this is a book that would have been really awesome to read in my 20s. Unfortunately, it didn't exist. Alrighty, cue the drum roll. This is gonna be the number 1 book that I recommend for 2024. I recommend everybody read. And I'm gonna read it again because it's that good. And that book is called Why We Sleep by Dr. Matthew Walker. This is a subject that I think most people overlook, especially when you're hustling, because sleep is so low on most people's priority, they don't recognize how valuable it is. And I'm just gonna read like the top part of chapter 6, just so that you can understand what I'm talking about. Amazing breakthrough. Scientists have discovered a revolutionary new treatment that makes you live longer. It enhances your memory and makes you more creative. It keeps you slim and it curbs your food cravings. It protects you from cancer, dementia, and wards off colds and flu. It lowers the risk of heart disease and stroke, not to mention diabetes. You'll feel happier, less distressed, and less anxious. Are you interested? Dr. Matthew Walker. He has studied sleep throughout his whole career and he's extremely fascinated. And when you listen to the audiobook, it's really cool because you also get sort of a National Geographic sort of vibe, because you learn about birds sleeping and different animals. Even worms sleep. Crazy. Anyway, that's my top 5. Let me know what you think.
I can go anywhere.
Now go read.